G'day gamers, Aussie Wargamer here in Moree, Australia, and welcome to my channel. On this episode, I'll be updating you on my progress with my CanCon army, as well as discussing the conversion process for my Bretonnian general and a bit of background on the character. So let's get to it, eh? I haven't been able to paint as much as I would have liked this week. There were 3 days where I didn't get more than half an hour in, so hopefully I can make that up this week. I've finished my unit of knights, which I think will be the most time-consuming unit in my army, and while they were a blast to paint, I'm glad they're done. I've finished my Green Knight conversion, and I'll talk a little more about him in the next episode. I also finished my Bretonnian general conversion. I cut the wings off the Pegasus and replaced them with Alariel's wings to give them that leafy aesthetic. I sculpted in some fur to make the transition a little bit more smooth. And I replaced some of the small shields with leaves that I sculpted from green stuff. The general himself is just a standard Bretonnian knight, but I added the horn-like branches to his helm and gave him a cloak made out of the tabard from the Tree Lord. I pinned the Pegasus to a swamp tree on the base to create the illusion of flight. All in all, it was a fairly easy conversion, but a striking one, and I think he looks fitting to be the general of my army. I thought I'd expand the narrative of my army a little bit, so I gave the general a bit of a background. His name was Alexander Jadesmith. He grew up in Hammerhall, Gyra, the son of a weaponsmith. His family moved to Greywater Fastness long after the season of war and the Sylvaneth attack on the city from the Ghoulmare. Jadesmith's father was employed by the city to assist in keeping the city's extensive artillery well maintained without breaking the uneasy alliance between the residents of the city and the Sylvaneth. As a young man, Alexander joined the city guard and quickly rose up the ranks, showing an aptitude for leadership and a charismatic personality that made him a favourite amongst the guard. Shortly after the Necroquake, the free cities of the mortal realms are called to glory in an attempt to quell the tide of the undead legions of Nagash. Alexander's company, accompanied by a member of the Collegiate Arcane named Deandra Springbrew, set out for the gate of the Seventh Shard, heading for Haish to make their stand. The journey took them through Greywater Reach, a cursed swampland shrouded in mist with the only single trade route serving as safe passage. It's here that Alexander's company lost their way and stumbled into a contemplative Alariel, who saw them as the perfect pawns to play Bretonnia. Placing the company under her thrall and transforming them to match her memories, she gave Alexander the name Jouet de Marie and fashioned wings for his horse from her surroundings. To honour the nobility of the long-gone Bretonnians, Alariel decided to fulfil the mission Alexander was tasked for and takes her new playthings to the gate and onto Haish and onto the first round of Call to Glory 2019. I'm having a lot of fun with the narrative here, and if you're enjoying it too, let me know in the comments. Well, that's all from me. As I said, next week we'll delve a little more into my Green Knight, my sacred protector, the conversion and the background. But thanks for watching, and as always, subscribe if you want to hear more of my voice. Catch us later.